Turning on this. Okay. All right. So good evening from here to everyone listening out there. I hope that we are doing very fine today. So for today's training, we have again Seena Khan. Seena is a Microsoft MVP and specialized in Power Platform developments from Bahrain, and she decided to be on the call to help us walk the youth here through the PL-900 series, which we have been about the last 3 weeks now, right? So today is going to be a continuation of that particular series that is ongoing. And to be very honest, Seena's classes have been very, very exciting. And today is not going to be a different one. So if you are watching us from TikTok, from YouTube, from LinkedIn, from Facebook, and you are interested to see the previous one that she did, you may want to ask for them, and I will just share the links with you. We'll have this also going to be uploaded to YouTube, practically uploaded and titled correctly, just so you can have access to, you can even copy the links and keep them for future view. And if you've not followed Seena Khan on LinkedIn, you just want to check her out. She's doing like great stuff there that you want to track. And then she also has a blog where she releases a lot about Power Automate and the Power Platform generally. And then also you want to check her YouTube channel. She also has beginner-friendly topics there. She has treated myself. I'm going there to learn, and I will encourage everyone to go there to learn as well. So Seena has over 12 years experience as a Microsoft certified trainer, so she knows her onions. That's what I want to say. So I encourage you to stay tuned and listen to what she's going to deliver today. And if you have questions, of course, we're always very available to respond to your questions. That said, we are going to, I'm going to pass the mic over to Seena Khan so that she can continue. Hey, Seena, you have the mic.
Hello, Joseph. Hi, Solomon. Hi, everyone. Okay, today we are going to learn about the another topic. Hello, hi, everyone. Describe how Power Platform works with Microsoft Dynamics 365 apps. So last class, we have discussed about explore how Microsoft Power Platform works with the teams, then how Power Platform works with M365 apps and services. Then we have explored the business value of Power FX and how artificial intelligence to increase productivity. So these are the topics we have covered last class. So today, this module, this unit is going to be completed by covering 2 more topics. So the first topics we are going to.
Seena, I guess you're not sharing your screen yet. So you may want to check that.
Okay. Oh yeah. Sorry. Okay. Let me share my screen first. Please let me know once my share screen is up.
Yeah, sure. Your screen is visible now, Seena.
Okay. So describe how Power Platform works with Microsoft Dynamics 365 apps. So most of you knows about Dynamics 365 is a set of intelligent business applications which help organizations run their entire business and deliver great results through predictive AI-driven insights. So it has finance, then intelligent order management to sales, then customer service. Then Dynamics 365 has various enterprise resource planning and customer engagement applications. So there are many ways we can incorporate Power Platform with Dynamics 365 products, and mostly the model-driven applications are not the only component of the Power Platform. So it is actually these applications are built in model-driven applications only. We have discussed also this about what is the difference between model-driven application and the Canvas application. So most of the Dynamics 365 applications has been built in model-driven application. So which has components such as forms, views, charts, and dashboards, which are used to present data to end users. So other platform tools, Power Platform tools and components which are used by Dynamics 365 customer engagement apps, which can include Power BI, Power Automate, Copilot Studio, Power Pages. So this is one example which shows a Power BI dashboard displaying work order data which was automatically created. Okay, so this the visualization in this Power BI feature used to build into model-driven applications such as Dynamics 365 Field Service. So Dynamics 365 applications, which are set of intelligent business applications, which are built by most of the applications are built by model-driven applications, and these apps are based on a data model store within the Microsoft Dataverse. So Microsoft Dataverse is a data model store which we are using in Power Platform as well, not only in Dynamics 365. Right? We already discussed this also. Okay, so now moving to the next unit, that is explore how Microsoft Power Platform applications work together. So Power Platform can add value to any business by helping you to act, automate, and analyze. So Power Applications allows you to build applications which has all equipment listed, the status of the equipment or important details like instructions for use. Okay, so with the phone or the tablet, employees can check out the available equipment, or this is about the equipment applications. Okay, so walk to IT at a specified pickup time, so where the equipment is ready along with all the necessary notes. Power Automate reads when equipment needs to be returned and sends reminder emails to the employees. So if a particular item is coming, a new product is coming, okay, so to get the approval, you can configure a Power Automate to send approval emails to your manager or who is the person going to approve the particular item. So then you can send the approved emails to that particular person and get it approved or whatever the rejected or whatever it is with the reasons and all. Okay, so these all are you can configure in Power Automate. So here, one more example. Consider a real estate company which has a team of agents who work in the field, meeting with potential sellers and showing properties to buyers. So in addition to the company's agent, they have a team of managers who are there to support their agents. So this real estate company agents need to have the following capabilities. You can see over here. So quickly search for active property listings, then easily intake properties when working the new sellers, capture the details of the property. You can keep the pictures of the properties as well and scheduled open houses as needed. So the real estate companies managers need to have the following capabilities. So this is the first one is requirement is for the company agents. Second requirement is for companies managers. So easily see which properties are currently listed, ensure that property inspections are conducted as needed. So whatever the requirement for that managers, okay, so it will comes here, and then the real estate company uses core M365 application. So Microsoft Outlook is their primary email application, and real estate agents spend a large portion of their day working in Microsoft Teams as well. So now that you can see here with the different examples, okay, you can consider your own businesses and what processes take up valuable time that burden customers or employees. So for example, for a training institute, okay, what kind of application we can develop there, okay, for what are the users there, okay, who are going to use this, and what kind of permission levels or what kind of roles we can set for them. Okay, then there is, okay, what kind of flows, okay, Power Automate flows we can configure for that application. So these all are we can do for the institute as well. So based on the requirement, okay, what kind of applications you need to, so you can develop in model driven as well as you can develop in Canvas and also Power Pages. Power Pages we can use for the external users, right? So these are the several options we can use for developing application in Power Platform. Now, next is describe how Power Platform solutions consume Microsoft Azure services. So any doubts on the previous unit, the unit 10, which is about the explore Microsoft Power Platform apps work together. So all Power Platform apps, how it is going to be integrated. So that we have discussed the last unit. Any doubts? or can we move
So
to
for me,
this?
Seena, I think for me, I think it looks good so far, right? So
Okay.
we may just want to move on to the next. Yes,
Okay.
it's very,
Okay.
very clear.
Okay. So we
Yes,
are
thank you.
about we are about to complete this particular module. Okay. So introduction module by two more topics. So next is describe how Power Platform solutions consume Microsoft Azure services. So the Azure Cloud Platform consists of hundreds of products and cloud services designed to help you bring new solutions to life to solve today's future challenges. So Microsoft Azure Service provides you with the opportunity to build, run, and manage applications across multiple clouds, on premises, and at the edge with the tools and frameworks of your choice. So here, Power Platform and Azure services are a perfect complement for each other, and the possibilities of for using them together are endless. So here there is an example. So how an organization might use Azure and Power Platform. So this example demonstrates how you can deploy portals to automate manual or paper-based processes and create a rich user experience. You can see here it is an example of an airline system, and here it is. There is a custom API. Okay, and so a user going to access this particular system. So what it is going to happen? So there is a custom API, so that is created, and here a graph API has been created. You can see here, and here there is a Power Platform environment on top, the second, and from the graph API, it goes to Azure Storage and Azure Functions, and here it is goes to the Teams, okay, and here is the Azure Event Hubs, you can see. And here the user updates on Azure Bot Service, Power Automate, or Azure Cosmos DB. So according to what kind of application you are going to make, okay, based on that you can have different Azure services like Graph APIs, then Azure Storage, Azure Functions, then Azure Bot Services, Azure Event Hubs, Azure Data Lake Storages. Okay, so this is based on your application or your requirement. Okay, we can integrate these much services along with our Power Platform applications. So by using Azure managed databases and a low-code approach to automate tasks, you can lower the overall solution cost as well. So you can quickly build the apps that are real-time, resilient, and scalable. So the data flows through the solution as follows. So the airline system communicates with a custom API hosted in Azure API management system. So here, then a custom API coordinator receives notification and handles incoming messages from the airline system, okay, and assigning flights to Microsoft Teams channel and sending them to Power Apps. So here it is. Okay, so whatever the user request is coming from the airline system, it will firstly call in the or invoke the custom APIs over here, which is configured, and the custom APIs will send it to the Power Apps. Okay, and also it will send it to the teams for further messages or further assignments or whatever the next item has to send. Okay, so for that. Then the system queues a Graph API call in an Azure Storage account, queue for further processing when a user selects a flight to monitor or when the system assigns the user to a flight. Then Azure function will run. So this runs the Graph API calls based on the incoming message in the storage queue, sending notification to Teams, and also streams all events to Azure Event Hubs. So then the airline notification system uses a custom bot messaging service that employs, okay, so here Azure bot service. Okay, so this is the user updates and it will go to again here in the Power Apps or and the Teams. And Azure Data Lake Storage, what it will store? It will store long-term retention and Microsoft micro batch processing of events from event hubs. Okay, and it will give it to the Power BI for the reporting purposes. So there are various type of reporting also we can configure there. So that's it for this entire module. We are now going for the assessment. So here you can see every end of every module, You can see some questions there. There is multiple choice questions. So try to answer what would be the best option. Let's go for this. Okay. So the first question, which of the following Microsoft Power Platform components would you use when you need to create a customer-facing website with self-support options? So your options are Power Pages, Power Apps, and Power Automate. Please say anyone. Which one is the right answer here?
So I think it's going to be Power Pages. I hope I'm
Okay.
not going to be wrong. So guys,
Okay,
I want us to
we
give
will
answer.
check in the last. Okay, we will check in the
Our
last.
pages.
It's
Sorry.
I've answered one, so let me leave the next one for all of us. Let's see who is going to get the things right. Seena, thank you. So
Okay. Next
number one is mine. So let's go 2, 3. I think we're up to the number here, so we can all answer. So the second one can go to Solomon.
Okay. So your team is frustrated with the number of times they have to perform basic data entry on project startup. So there are many divisions who need the information, and sometimes human error results in mistakes, making it more difficult to make sense of your information. Which program would be the most help in this situation?
Solomon,
can
please go
answer?
for it.
Power
Sorry?
Automate.
Power Automate. Okay. A client likes the idea of implementing a Microsoft Power Platform solution, but is concerned about the ability to interact with a custom API. How should you respond?
Gaius, please go for it.
Yeah, here Microsoft Power Platform offers the ability to create custom connectors for this purpose, which allow you to connect Power Apps and Power Automate. Microsoft Power Platform has over 900 connectors to use in these situations. Microsoft Power Platform uses connectors that hold a series of functions available for developers. So which option would be the right answer, most appropriate one?
Gaius, do you want to go for that, or we repeat the question again?
Sorry, please just repeat the question again, please.
So it's on the screen, so you can read as well, okay? So let's just go through it again once more, Seena, please. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. So a client likes the idea of implementing a Power Platform solution. So a client wants to implement a Power Platform solution, but there is a concern. What is that? The ability to interact with a custom API. So how we are interacting with a custom APIs with the Power Platform?
Okay, sorry, I think the option should be A.
Sorry?
The option should be A. Wait for A.
The
It's going for the
option.
first one, Seena. The
First
first
one?
option.
Power Platform.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Let's see. What is Copilot Studio? A tool
So,
for creating and editing
Mary,
videos.
Mary, you're the one going for that. So listen, Mary.
A tool for managing social media accounts, a tool for building copilots. Which one?
Mary, let's hear you. All right, so we can give a chorus answer since Mary is far from microphone. So the question is, what is Copilot Studio? A tool for creating and editing video, a tool for managing social media, a tool for building
Copilot.
So we go for the third option, Seena. So let's see how wrong we are or how right we are.
Okay. Okay, submit answer.
Someone Mary is raising her hand. I think she has something to say.
Oh, all are correct. Congrats.
Oh, wow. We are doing well.
Okay, so we can go for the next module. So here is the summary, what we have covered. Okay, we have, so now that you reviewed this module, explaining Microsoft Power Platform, describe the business value, describe the types of connectors available, then explain the importance of Microsoft Dataverse, then describe how Power Platform works together, then describe the different options available for using Power Platform and Teams, then describe how Power Platform works with the Dynamics 365, describe how Power Power Platform solutions can consume Azure services, then describe how Copilot helps streamline productivity. So there are some other links also. Please go through this. Okay, so product link as well as some documentations you will get. So just go for this. Okay, so we have completed this module. So just click on complete. So you will get like an entire an achievement, like, okay, you have earned this achievement and it will add your Microsoft account. Now our next topic is this is the first one we have covered in this PL-900. Now the next module, identify foundational components of Microsoft Power Platform. And it has several units and there is a module assessment and here there is an exercise as well. There is some summary and resources. So in this module, we are going to cover about examine different Power Platform administrative options, then describe security and governance in Power Platform, then explore Microsoft Dataverse and how to use it to build business solutions, examine Power Platform connectors. So these are the four units we are going to cover in this module. Let's start. Describe Power Platform administration. So Power Platform administration, which involves managing security, compliance, environments, and governance to ensure seamless operation across Power Apps, Power Automate, Power BI, Power Pages, and Power Virtual Agents. So key aspects of Power Platform administration includes environments and governance, then security and compliance, performance and monitoring, connector and API management, then licensing and cost optimization. So first we are going for this Power Platform environments. So in Power Platform environments, which are used to store, manage, and share your organization's business data, apps, and flows, each environments allow you to provision one Microsoft Dataverse database for use within that environment. So I have shown this example. And we are selecting Admin Center by clicking on the settings. Okay, here we will get the Admin Center once you log in into the Power Apps portal. Okay, so here I have shown this demonstration also, like, okay, we are going to explore the environment. So here it is. Just going for okay, so environments here. So if you want to create the new environment here, okay, by selecting the environment tab and from here plus new, and here is the new environment. Options will appear and here you can see add a Dataverse stored. It will ask. So what it was saying here. Here it is saying each environment allows you to provision one Microsoft Dataverse database, okay, for use within that environment. So this particular environment, the Dataverse which you are selecting, it will available only for this particular new environment which you are going to create. So each environment is created under a Microsoft Azure Active Directory tenant, okay. So only users within that tenant can access its resources. So an environment is also bound to a geographical location, like United States or okay. So when you create a Dataverse database in an environment, that database is created within data centers in that geographic location. So if that particular environment, so for example here, so this environment, I have already one environment. So this is dev environment. So this environment, if I want to share with some users. So firstly, I need to add that users where Microsoft Azure Active Directory. Okay, tenant. So in that particular tenant, only the available users can access that particular environment. So when you create an environment, okay, it will ask for the geographical location as well. So any times you create in that environment, which includes connections, gateways, flows, okay, so are also bound to their environment's location. So here, whatever you are going to create. So for example, here, this dev environment, if it's in US, United States, so whatever the services or applications or Power Automate, whatever it is, which is created in this environment will be accessible in that particular location where this environment belongs to. So you can create more than one environment to manage solution development and data storage by setting up one environment for development, another for testing, and another for production. Okay, so this is again, okay, we have already discussed this. Okay, so like based on the requirement, you can create one or setting up one environment for development, setting up another for the testing and another for the production. So the development environment is for developers to create solutions. Once the solutions are ready for testing, which we can migrate or we can move it into another environment called test. And then there is a separate environment which ensures that everything can be tested without any problem or without impacting users. Okay, so once the solution is ready, it can be moved to production as well. So also you can set up an environment based on a geographical location. So for example, like, okay, you might set up an environment for Europe and another for Asia. So each of these environment has 0 or only one instance of Microsoft Dataverse. This is again based on the requirement, which kind of applications you are going to build in that particular environment. Now here the administrative experiences, Microsoft Power Platform has a rich set of administrative experiences which can be used to administer the different aspects of your solution. So when you can create new environments for manage the security as well. So from the maker portals, you can manage Microsoft Dataverse. So depending on what you want to do, there is a targeted administrative experiences for that. Then Microsoft Power Platform Admin Center, which I have shown the demonstration, which serves a unified portal for administrators to manage environment settings and resources. So it varies, it supports various Power Platform components like apps, Automate, then Power Pages and Copilot Studio. So additionally, it is used by administrators of Dynamics 365 apps like 365 Sales and Customer Service. So here, when you open the admin center, you will get an experience of, okay, new admin center as well as also if you are comfortable with the new, you can go with that. Otherwise, you can toggle it back for the old version. So Power Platform Admin Center is designed with an outcome-driven approach. So where all functionality is intuitively organized in pages. So here you can see, so these are some of the feature areas and its descriptions and more about that. Okay, so actions, then manage, monitor. Okay, for actions, we can view recommendations about your Power Platform implementations, which the recommendations will help you to enhance security, reliability, and overall health of your implementation. So that we are use Power or Platform Advisor. So here then manage your environments where you need to go. Power Platform environments overview, environment groups and tenant settings you can go for. Then there is monitoring to monitor. So this is actually in a preview mode. This is not available for the general purposes. Okay, so which will be, you can wait for this particular thing, which will be available in some time. Then security page overview, deployment, admin deployment page. Okay, so here, this is the security, this is environment groups. Okay, so in the admin center, you can see all this. Then advisor, this is the advisor, the Power Platform advisor, which will give you advice to enhance the security and all. Then here is the settings. Okay, these are the tenant settings you can see over here. Okay, so tenant based settings, if you want to change anything, any particular items, okay, so based on the requirement, you can do that. Now licensing, Copilot. Copilot will give you like educational resources, track usage and access governance controls about Copilot features. Okay, so then support like, okay, so if you want to get a list of self-help solutions or create a support ticket for technical support, you can go for the support as well. Everything it is available here. Okay, help and support you can see over here. If you're stuck somewhere, okay, you can have tickets, or if there is any non-issues, okay, you just provide here. Okay, so like, so you can see that. So there are some non-issues available, which mostly users are facing, and their solution also you will get by clicking. So for example, like, okay, pasting of data from Excel to release sales orders to warehouse form. This is for the Dynamics 365 supply chain. So this is the problem, and was this non-issue helpful? So what it is, and pasting the data, it is pasting in the wrong order, even we are taking the correct order. So the data is pasting, but not in the correct order in which, so this way you will get the details. Okay, so these all are the non-issues, which is already there, some users experienced. Okay. Other admin and maker portals. In addition to Power Platform Admin Center, there are several different administrative experiences that can be used as Power Platform, part of Power Platform. So each experience is designed based on product you are working with. So primary experience used to make applications and manage Dataverse instance associated with an application in the environment is the Power Apps Maker portal. So this is the Power Apps Maker portal, this one. Okay, and here we can have applications, we can have tables. This table is associated with the Dataverse. So here, from here, you can see there are different types of applications you can create. Or else, okay, so you don't want to create in this way because several components you have to use for this particular application, then go for the solution. Here, solutions, and create the first solution. Okay, firstly the solution, and here you can provide a publisher and name. That's it, and then create it. So once you create it, so here you can open it. It will be available in this Power Apps Maker portal. So this portal we are calling as Power Apps Maker portal, and just click on that solution which you have created. Then it will open, and here it will list all the objects available in that particular solution. And here the solution name you can see. And here I have a sitemap and a model driven app in this solution. So here there is an application it is showing. So just example model app. So that is a model driven app. And there is no flows. You can see only what are the available items or objects. It will be available with numbering. Okay, if 0 is there, that means there is no objects based on that. So agents. So we didn't create any agent. So application. So application there is one. And here only sitemaps. Sitemaps also there is one. So this way will show. So Power Apps Maker portal also provides the items like tables, connections, flows, chatbots, AI models, solutions, cards, choices, data flows, Power Platform. So here, these are the options. I will show you that. Here it is. Okay, if you are not seeing all that options here, okay, you just click on more. This 3 dots. So here, all the options is available. Okay, tables, flows, websites, agents, monitor, catalog, solutions, cards, choices, connections, data flows, etc. Okay, several things are there. You can select from that also. So each of the primary platform components has a corresponding maker portal. So this table provides different maker portals available. So Power Automate, there is a different Power Automate, Power BI. So this is the link for Power BI. Power Pages, this is the link for that. Then Copilot Studio, this is the link for the Copilot Studio as well. Now explore the different portals. Now that we have talked about the different administrative experiences available, let's see how to work with them. So there is a video has been given. We walk through some of the basic elements in Power Platform Admin Center and introduce some of the other maker portals available. So just to go this, okay, so this is a video provided by the Learn, Microsoft Learn, and okay, so it is just click on it and it is. So there are some explanations also. Just saying it is explaining the Power Platform Admin Center and it will show, okay, as per the needs. So just to go through this. Next is managed environment. Managing applications at an enterprise level can be challenging. So it can be hard to control who has access to different applications and ensure the data in those applications is secure. To help resolve this challenge, Power Platform includes managed environments. So it is actually a suite and also premium level capabilities admins can use to manage Power Platform at scale. So they provide more control over the environment with less efforts and more insights related to what is happening. So any Microsoft Power Platform environment can be a managed environment once the administrator enables the managed environment. So other features become available that administrators can configure. So these features will cover what? Limit sharing. So allow administrators to limit how broadly users can share the Canvas app. So for example, like you can prevent a user from sharing a Canvas app with the entire organization. So that particular Canvas app, okay, the administrator doesn't want to share with the entire organization. So the administrator itself can prohibit that. Next is weekly usage insights. So every week analytics are delivered to your mailbox. So these analytics include information about your top applications, most impactful makers, details about inactive resources, etc. Okay. Then there is data policies. Data policies also define the consumer connectors which the data can be shared with. So which ensures data is managed in a uniform manner across your organization. Additionally, you can prevent important business data from being accidentally published to connectors like social media sites and all. Okay. Then there is Power Pipelines. Power Platform administrators can create one or more pipelines, associate any number of environments, then share access with those individuals that administers or run the pipelines. Solution Checker. Solution Checker is a managed environment is used to enforce rich statistic analysis checks on your solution against a set of best practice. So the items mentioned represent a small portion of what managed environments provides. Increased capabilities are being added regularly. You can find the most recent list of managed environment capabilities here. There is an overview provided here. Okay, an additional note. So here is the documentation of managed environments, and you can see this is completely about this documentation completely about the managed environments. And here it is the enabled managed environments. This is an overview. Okay, and enable managed environments. Here it is the permissions. Okay, enable or edit managed environments in Admin Center. Okay, so you have to go to the Power Platform Admin Center, then environment select, and on the command bar select enable managed. Okay. So here it is. So you can see this option, enable managed environments. So this environment, I didn't enable this. Okay, so if you are enabling it, Okay, we will get the features which we discussed about the managed environments. Now, this topic is clear. Any doubts on this topic?
So far, it's nice. Seena, we can move on.
Okay.
It's going smoothly. Yeah.
Okay. Now we'll go for describe Power Platform security and governance. This is very important topic. So ensuring security and governance in Microsoft Power Platform is crucial for protecting data, enforcing compliance, and maintaining efficient operations across Power Apps, all the components of the Power Platform. So there is some like security framework we can use. Okay, so RBAC, that is role-based access control, which defines the user permissions and all that is there. Then DLP policies, data loss prevention policies, then Microsoft Dataverse security we can apply, then conditional access policies. Okay, then there is Power Platform Admin Center. You can provide centralized control for monitoring usage, security risk, and resource allocation. Application lifecycle management, you can enable to use as solutions, source control, and CI/CD pipelines for the version management. Tenant-wide DLP rules we can establish. Then auditing and monitoring we can do. This is okay when we are enabling auditing and monitoring. So it will log users, activities, and changes, which providing insights into potential security breaches and all. Okay. So here organizations want to know their data is not going to be compromised. So for example, you don't want to accidentally pass through sensitive information in an application. So Microsoft product terms and enterprise privacy statement, okay, govern the Power Platform services. Okay, so this is these two. Just to go through once you are like. So here it is. This is the product terms. And here it is the Enterprise Privacy Statement, Microsoft Enterprise Privacy Statement. So for the location of data processing, refer to the online services terms and the data protection addendum. Microsoft Trust Center is the primary resource for the Power Platform compliance information. So here is. This is the Trust Center. You can learn more about the compliance offerings over here. Okay, so it will provide more. So Azure Dynamics and M365 compliance offerings based on the regional and industry based, and here is the global and the government based. So Power Platform Service follows the Security Development Lifecycle, that is SDL, which is a set of strict practices that support security assurance and compliance requirements. Again, for that link also available here. Please go through these things. Now, data loss prevention policies. So you can use Power Apps and Power Automate for rapid build and rollout of high value applications so that users can measure and act on the data in real time. So apps and automation are becoming increasingly connected across multiple data sources and multiple services as well. So some of these applications might be external or third-party services and might even include some social networks. Okay, so users generally have good intentions, but they can easily overlook also the potential for exposure from data leakage to services and audiences which should not have access to the data. So we can have the DLP, that is the data loss prevention policies, which act as the guardrails to help prevent users from unintentionally exposing organizational data. So which helps manage and control use of the connectors within an organization. So these are the connectors, the business connectors that host business use data, non-business that is host the personal use data, and blocked connectors that you want to restrict usage across one or more environments. So when a new policy is created, all connectors are default to the non-business group. Okay. So that is the personal use data. So from there, they can be moved to business or blocked based on your preference. So you can manage your connectors when you create or modify the properties of a DLP policies from the admin center. So these affect Microsoft Power Platform Canvas app and the automate flows. Okay. Now coming into compliance and data privacy. So Power Platform. So here again, Microsoft is committed to the highest levels of trust, transparency, standards of conformance, and regulatory compliance. So Microsoft provides the most comprehensive set of compliance offerings, which includes certification and attestation of any cloud service provider. So these offerings help your organization comply with national, regional, and industry-specific requirements governing the collection and use of individuals' data. There are some tools also for administrators to support your organization efforts. Now the data protection. So data in transit between user devices and Microsoft data centers are secured. Then connections established between customers and data centers are encrypted, and all public endpoints are secured using the industry standard transport security layer, that is the TLS. TLS effectively establishes a security enhanced browser to server connection to ensure data confidentiality and integrity between desktop and data centers. Accessibility in Power Platform. One of the things that Microsoft values the most is making sure that Power Platform is accessible and inclusive to all kinds of users all over the world. So an accessible Canvas app allows users with vision, hearing, and other impairments to successfully use app. So in addition to being the requirement of many governments and organizations following the below guidelines. So here there is okay, usability for all users. So you can use the accessibility checker, or for more details and suggestions, visit this. Okay, create accessible Canvas app and Power Apps. Okay, so these are here. Just go through that. And there is an accessibility checker also. This also you can use to help review potential accessibility issues in your app. Any doubts on this topic?
This is fine as well, Seena.
Fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now we'll go for exploring more about Microsoft Dataverse. So Dataverse is a cloud-based solution which easily structures various data and business logic to support interconnected applications and processes in a secure and compliant manner. So managed and maintained by Microsoft. Dataverse is available globally but deployed geographically, okay, to comply with your potential data residency. So behind the scenes, it powers many Dynamics 365 solutions such as field service, customer insights, customer service, okay, sales, etc. And also available as part of Power Automate and Power Apps, okay, with a native connectivity built right in. So, but when you are going to share this Dataverse tables across users, so then users should have the premium license to access the data and really can access it. So here is a brief explanation of each category of features. The first one is security. Dataverse handles authentication with Microsoft Entra. So it is Azure Entra to allow for conditional access and multi-factor authentication. So it supports RBAC policy. So here you can configure RBAC authentication and authorization. So it supports authorization down to the row and column level, which provides rich auditing capabilities. Okay, so here based on the user's requirement or based on the user's permission level, okay, we can configure the security level of the application as well. Now the logic, Dataverse allows you to easily apply business logic at the data level. So regardless of how a user interacts with the data, the same rules apply. So these rules could be related to duplicate detection or business rules or workflows or any other things. Okay. Now the data. Dataverse offers you the control to shape your data. It allows you to discover, model, validate, and report on your data. So this control ensures your data looks the way you want, regardless of how it's used. And storage. Storage, always remember, Dataverse stores your physical data in Azure cloud only. So this cloud-based storage removes the burden of worrying about where your data lives or how it scales. Okay. So these concerns are all handled for you. Now, integration, Dataverse connects in different ways to support your business needs. APIs, webhooks, eventing, and data exports give you flexibility to get data in and out. So to get started, Microsoft Dataverse lets you create one or many cloud-based instances of a standardized databases. So the database includes predefined tables and columns which store data commonly found across nearly all organizations and businesses. So you can customize and extend parts stored by adding new columns or tables. So you can create your own tables as well as you can use already available tables. So there are some tables available in Dataverse that also we can use. So the ease of setting up a Dataverse database and standardized data model under it simplifies your ability to concentrate your efforts on building solutions without worrying about infrastructure, storage, data integration, etc. So with your data stored in Microsoft Dataverse, there are many ways to access it. You can work with the data natively with Power Apps or Power Automate, or any business solution can connect it to Dataverse using connectors APIs. So you can keep Dataverse, you can use for some other or third-party applications also. So with the power of features such as role-based security, that is RBAC, and business rules, you can trust your data is safe no matter how it's accessed. Scalability is there as it is. We are storing the Dataverse data where in the Microsoft Cloud, Azure Cloud. So scalability is there. So table can hold millions of items and you can extend the storage in each instance of a Dataverse database to 4 terabytes. So the amount of data available in your instance of Dataverse is based on the number and type of licenses which are associated with it. So data storage is pooled between all licensed users, so you can allocate storage as needed for each solution. Incremental storage can be purchased if you need more storage than what is offered within standard licensing. Now, Dataverse structure and its benefits. So structure of a database is based upon the definitions and the schema in the common data model. So CDM we are using there. Using CDM as the basis of a Dataverse database simplifies the integration of solutions which use a common data model schema. So here it is. This is because the common data model is the basis of a Microsoft Dataverse database and it uses common data model schema. So the standard tables of the solutions are same. You can take advantage of a rich ecosystem of solutions that vendors created from using common data model. So these are described tables, columns, and relationships. A table is a logical structure containing rows and columns which represent a set of data. So the screenshots we can see over here. An account table. Okay, account table is a table which is already available there. And here there is a primary column and name and schema provided. Okay, and the data experiences. And here is the customization if there is business rules or anything you want to provide. So these are the 3 types of tables we can have in Microsoft Dataverse: standard, managed, and custom. Standard is several standard tables, also known as out-of-box tables, which are included in the Dataverse environment. Account, business unit, contact, task, and user tables are some of the examples. Okay, so here I'm selecting tables. Yeah. You can see some tables available. Okay, account, address, appointment, attachment. So these are the type of tables. Okay, so these are already available tables when you are adding a Dataverse data store in your environment. So these tables also automatically will get added. Okay, so apart from these tables, you can create your own customized tables as well. So here, when you are going to create a table, so here it is. So these are the different options available to create a new table. And if you are having some table like, okay, so for example, like data in Excel. Okay, so you want to just import that data from Excel to this Dataverse table. So you can import that too. And from this table, Dataverse data store, you want to export some tables. Okay, so here, this is the option for that purpose. Okay. So here, if I'm going to create new tables, so here it is, it will go for asking, okay, so what kind of tables have to be created? Start with Copilot, or you want to import a SharePoint list. This is actually a preview. It's not available in the general thing. Then there is import an Excel file or CSV, or start from a blank. So this is based on your requirement, or in what way you are going to create the table. So you can create the table by your own by selecting any of these options. Now going back, then again, okay, table advanced properties. So if I'm selecting that, okay, so here, for example, my table, and here the advanced options, you can see the schema name of my table. And when the type of the table, if I'm going to select, it will ask for standard table, activity table, virtual table, and elastic table. Okay, so this standard table, okay, normal a standard table we are creating for a normal data. Then activity table is for like, okay, for example, like a meeting activity has happened, and based on that activity, we have some data, and that data we are going to create an activity table. Then virtual table which will like, okay, your data residing in some other location, okay, in Azure location or in any other databases. Okay, your data is locating. So only we are just creating a virtual table to pointing out that particular, create pointers to connect with that data. That's it. So for virtual table, elastic table, okay, so if you are thinking, okay, so this data can be increase or decrease, okay, so you can use that elastic tables for that purpose. Also elastic tables, which is it is actually a new type of table which is designed for handling large volumes of data. So it is unlike standard tables. Okay, elastic is offering a flexible schema and automatic scaling. I told you, like, okay, whenever you want to increase, you can increase, or decrease, you can decrease the size of the elastic table. And it's a high speed data ingestion, so which make them ideal for scenarios like real-time data processing. And also some key features like scalability, flexible of schema, high throughput, time to live policies. Okay, so these all are available for elastic policy, elastic tables. And also the data of this elastic table will be residing in Azure Cosmos DB. So when we can use standard tables instead of this, so if your application requires strong consistency and transactional capabilities, and if you need more complex joins or relational modeling, then you can go for elastic tables. Okay, now here the record ownership, user or team or organization. User or team, that means for a particular user or a particular team need to access this table for that. Then the organization, if you want to share this table with entire organization, that means the entire users of the organization. So then you can select organization. So this is again based on that. Then table image, we don't need that. Okay, so here, so these are some already like default selections for this table. Apply duplicate detection rules. Okay, if you want to add auditing the data also, so then audit changes you can enable. If you want to add tracking the changes, you can add this policy. So these all are for this particular table. Then make this table an option when doing a mail merge or setting up SharePoint document management. Okay, so these are several default options. Okay, you can add more rules on your table, so you can use this. So that's it. Now here for the columns, column stores a discrete piece of information within a row in a table. So you might think of them as a column in Excel. Column have different data types as well, meaning that you can store data of a certain type in a column that matches the data type. So for example, if you have a solution which requires dates, such as capturing the date of an event, so then the column should be type date. Now understand the relationships. To make an efficient and scalable solution for most of the solutions you need to split up data into different containers, and then you can retrieve the data from different tables. Okay, so by establishing relationships. There are different types of relationships and tables. Okay, one to many. So here you can see that. Second. Yeah. So in the schema section, there is relationships. Okay, when you click on that relationship, you can see this is the column name. Okay, and this is the relationship having each column. So this is many to one, many to many, one to many, one to many, then one to one also there. Okay, so the many to many is there. So these are the different kinds of relationships available in Microsoft Dataverse. Now there is business logic. We can apply business rules also. Okay, so for example, like, okay, if one data has been, okay, you can apply a business rule for a particular so for example, like a price has been updated, a price has to be add in a column, in a price column. Okay, so there you can provide a particular rule. The price should not be a negative, or the price is like a particular range of the price we need to keep. Okay, so for example, like $20 to $100 we need to keep for this particular product. So if it goes beyond 100, or if it's go less than 20, so it will trigger some errors, or it will trigger some messages to the user. So for that, business rules we can have. Then the next topic is working with data flows. This we can cover on next class. So this create a business rule also, I will give a demonstration on how to create a business rule for a table. Okay, so I think our time is also up.
Yes, Seena, thank you very much. That was
any questions or anything you want to ask? Please ask.
I think that was also a very straightforward and detailed one that we had today.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know if anybody has a question to ask. I think it is time for us to do that.
Yeah.
Does anyone have question for Seena?
No,
all right,
from
so
my end.
Okay, so Seena, I want to appreciate you again for your beautiful contribution here, and I'm hopeful that a lot of people enjoyed what you've delivered. Somebody was commenting, somebody joined from Ghana actually,
Okay.
And yeah, so I'm sure he's sending his greetings to that is Sana. So thank you again for those watching from different platforms. We would also be uploading them. We'll just still download and then re-upload, title it so that you can get to see what we are doing. So
Sure.
Again, Seena, thank you very, very much. And we can't thank you enough, honestly. So we hope to see you again next week. Okay.
Thank you, Joseph. Thanks all
right.
for listening me. Thanks for
Yeah.
your patience as well.
Thank you,
Okay, thank you
Seena,
very
Thank
much,
you.
Seena.
for making
Yeah,
it
Thank you.
available.
yeah, Seena,
Have a
bye.
nice evening. Bye bye.
Yeah, bye, Seena. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye,
Yeah.
Seena. Thank you.
All right. Let me just turn off the stream.
Okay.